While the Federal Aviation Authority has yet to make such a decision, other countries have pulled the model from their fleets after reports indicating that the MAX 8 aircraft model was involved in two separate but similar fatal crashes, all within the span of less than 6 months. The economic impact on Boeing is just absolutely devastating if they don't fix this immediately, Soberman and Rosenberg partner Arthur Rosenberg, who specializes in aviation liability, told Newspulse Finance. Aerospace and defense giant Boeing, BA, is one of the most iconic American manufacturers today and a key component of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, DJIA. The company came under pressure early this week after one of its best-selling jets, the Boeing 737 MAX 8 plane, was involved in a deadly crash in Ethiopia on Sunday. The stock fell more than 10% in early trading. The 737 aircraft is Boeing's best-seller by a massive margin, dominating around 70% of the company's total deliveries for commercial airplanes, based on the company's most recent 10K filing. American Airlines and Southwest Airlines are among the carriers with Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircrafts in their fleets. Boeing has come a long way since its namesake founder started the company in 1916, eventually evolving into a business with more than $100 billion in revenue in 2018. Before it became the world's largest aircraft manufacturer and arms producer, Boeing was a small, Seattle-based shipyard created by founder William E. Boeing in the early 1900s. Boeing and Westervelt subsequently tried to sell the plane to the U.S. Navy but failed to secure a deal. The New Zealand Flying School bought the plane in 1918. William Boeing incorporated the company under the name Pacific Aero Products Co. for $100,000 in July of 1916. Westervelt helped secure some key government contracts with the Navy that laid the foundation for the company's relationship with the armed forces. The company then began making regular deliveries to the Navy as well as international buyers. Soon after the Great Depression hit and the stock market crashed, William Boeing resigned as board chairman. But the company continued to make great strides in the testing, manufacturing, and sale of aircrafts, particularly to the armed forces. World War II brought a lot of business to Boeing, which made various aircrafts from experimental long-range bombers to the Kadett, a two-seater biplane used by the U.S. Navy and Army Air Corps. The Vietnam War brought more business decades later. In 1987, Boeing was inducted into the DJIA alongside Coca-Cola. Today, Boeing stock BA represents 11% of the DJIA index, which is price-weighted and is also currently the best-performing stock, according to DataTrek co-founder Nicholas Colas. The stock was up nearly 30% in 2019 going into Monday. The company made over $100 billion after sales rose 8% in 2018, and more than half its business comes from overseas. It is hard to imagine a company more levered to long-term global economic trends than Boeing, Colas added. Boeing recently secured deals with Vietnamese carriers Vietjet and Bamboo Airways to sell 110 planes for more than $15 billion, including 100 737 MAX planes, the same ones involved in the crash ordered by Vietjet. The Civil Aviation Authority of Vietnam said on Monday morning that it was considering not granting licenses to the use of the aircraft until the causes for the crashes are identified and the U.S. Federal Aviation Administration takes proper remedying measures. While the company is not likely not suffer from adverse reputational damage from the incident, if it is confirmed that both the Lion Air and Ethiopian 737-8 MAX suffered from the same aircraft design flaw, then yes, it could develop into a sizable problem for Boeing, University of Sydney Business School professor and chair in Transport and Supply Chain Management Rico Merkert told Newspulse Finance. Merkert added that the aircraft had been very popular with many orders, which could be at risk if a flaw is found. Arthi is a writer for Newspulse Finance. Follow her on Twitter at @arthiswami. Follow Newspulse Finance on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Flipboard, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Reddit.